should be. Let me see. I've got quite a bit to say about this. So buckle up. I just need to see if everything is working. Can you guys hear my voice? Is my voice being heard? I hope you guys can hear me. I need to stream more often. Oh, I'm a mess at this. So, for those watching in like, oh, hello. Everything working good? Can you hear my voice? I'm gonna play the video in a second. Because I want you to also be able to hear that. You can hear, you can see. Okay. Can you hear this video? I'm gonna play a little clip. I don't want to get copyrighted. But I'm just gonna play a little bit. I want you to be able to hear it. Did you hear that? Very faintly. Okay. I think that's fine. That should be fine. To me, it's very, very loud. If you turn up your headphones, yes, okay. Okay. Welcome everybody to the stream. Today, since the trailer just came out in English, we're gonna be watching through it. Well, not actually watching through it, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean. If I play too much of it, I'm gonna get copyright stricken or whatever, and I don't want that to happen. But I am gonna play, like, little itty-bitty clips here and there, so you guys can, like, see what I'm talking about, but, I guess hearing's not, like, you don't really gotta hear it. Chances are you've probably already watched it, if you're watching this, but, yeah, I'm just gonna be going through, combing through all of this, giving you guys my thoughts. Wow, this is the most people I've had in a stream. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Glad you're all here. Glad you can make it. So let's dive into it. So first we have, Euphrasia, beating this guy up. My wonderful commentary, thank you guys. Doing a little kick. I love the animation, by the way. Like, this, like, stretching, it just looks so nice. Especially with, like, the lighting here. I think the lighting was good. Then we cut over to Wildfire, looking like some great choreography. And then we got Lloyd. Love this. Let's talk about, this little, snaky guy over here. We see him more later. I'm guessing this might be a serpentine, possibly. But, yeah, with this, I'm just gonna jump ahead real fast, to when we see him next. Or they, I don't know. Like, it's giving Venomari, but also Anaconda. Do you guys see that? Uh, I could be well off the mark with that one though. But going back, so we're not like skipping ahead egregiously. Um, then we get the logo drop. Uh, cool shot of the monastery with the like time lapse going on. I don't really need to describe everything that's happening. You guys can see that for yourselves. This, I don't know if this is very obvious, but I noticed that these things might be, involved with the source dragons. Then you have these little monks. She's pretty. Something energy with the trees. I'm probably very boring. This will get interesting later when, if you know me, you know my obsession with Jay. So when we get to that part, it's gonna be a yap fest. But I feel like I can't really, like, just skip over to that part. Do you need a mod? Not right this second. I feel like everything's going fine right now. But thank you for asking. This is probably like what, my third actual stream. And I usually don't get this much, like, I don't get this many people here usually. I'm glad you're all here. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I feel like it's not fair to just skip to my favorite part, even though that part makes me squeal and kick my feet because I love him so much and I might have a problem. uh, but yeah, I feel like I need to go through everything, even though this might not be the most valuable commentary on it before we get to that part. Because once we like finish this, I'm probably just gonna start talking about Jay and all my like theories about everything about him, because that is what takes up the majority of my brain all the time. So yeah. Buckle in. Source Dragon. I'm glad that they're bringing back the true potential stuff. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, because, like, when was the last time that was mentioned? Like, the whole, like, true potential arcs and stuff. That was, like, season 1. And Lloyd's true potential, that was, like, the end of season 2, right? With, like, his, like, fight against the Overlord. And that was, like, the big moment of season 2. So, like, it's nice that they're, like, reaching back there, but, I'm hoping that's not because they're running out of ideas, and, like, they've actually got more to expand on all of that, because that is, like, a really old thing, but, you know, right now, I'm not mad at it. I may be later on, but as of right now, I am not mad. And like the Source Dragon saying like, "Oh, you think there's only one true potential?" Like that, like that's gonna set up the premise for Lloyd's story, right? Because like then you like see like him like go on like all this like questing stuff, but here we see Zane. Alright, I know I just said that Jay is like my favorite character. He's my favorite character of all time. He is me and I am him, okay? They need to give more attention to Zane and Cole. Please. Oh my goodness. They've been done so dirty in the past. For Dragon's Rising. So absolute dirty. Like, what do you mean that starting off season 3, part 2, Zane gets in a hot air balloon and flies away and is not seen for the rest of the season? What do you mean? You couldn't have anything for him to do? It goes back to season 2, part 2, when he loses the tournament like immediately, and they don't give him anything to do. Like, he could have went after Jay. Like, he was already out of the tournament by then. He could have been the one. He didn't need to stay there. Like, and they could have like shown that, put it on screen, give him something to do. I get why they didn't, because Jay needed no one to come after him for his whole story to work, I guess. But at the detriment of Zane. Like, please, writers, I beg of you, more Zane content, please. But it seems like we might be getting it with this, because I'm guessing that the main characters of Lloyd and Aaron are the A plot. So if we're throwing Zane in the A plot, then maybe he'll have more to do. It frustrates me to no end. It's like, I love all the J content that we're getting. Please, you have so many characters. Please focus on them. Flush everybody out. But, yeah, he, is here, and they're watching Lloyd go through this little secret passage. I'm scared, like, what Lloyd's gonna have to do for, like, this, whole thing. Cause, more talk from the Source Dragon. We get this little shot, which I think is cool. I like this shot. It's like, we don't see Lloyd's face, but we can tell by his, like, body language, like, what he's feeling, even though we're looking at him from behind. And, like, the white light obscuring whatever is, like, whatever he's facing, we don't know what's gonna happen. I was like, no, duh. They can't show it in the trailer. But it is, like, throwing this part in here does definitely, like, build up hype. Cause it builds, like, that intrigue, like, what's he gonna experience? And then we have this, like, little, like, fade into this. These vines, things don't seem to be going good for Lloyd. It's like energy sparking. No, remember how I was like talking about like how this was like probably like connected to the Source Dragons? Well, since like you see how like a lot of these pillars are like down, that's probably like how a bunch of like the Source Dragons like left the Source Dragon Council or whatever. But all this energy, like energy does seem to be coming from it. So even though they left, the pillars are still doing something. I'm excited to see what that is. Like they're shooting into this like vat of acid. And we got this little mud dude. This is Imperium. I don't even need to look at their outfits. I can tell by the background that this is Imperium. They got this little guy. I don't know what his deal is. Then you got Lloyd fighting the mud dude. Then you got this scream. uh, but, yeah. I don't know, I just find Aaron's like hood funny right here. I find joy in the littlest of things. But they're gearing up to fight something probably much taller than them. So what I'm guessing, cause, like, these three were missing in this Lloyd shot, this Lloyd shot, obviously, like, this Lloyd shot, when, this is where they get off, like, it's diverging plots. So Lloyd's plot might be the A plot here. I'm guessing the other three are the B plot. Hopefully they're not C for Zane's sake. And for Euphrasia, like, this show, I know I'm not the first person to say this, but this show definitely has a character problem. They have way too many characters for their own good. It's like, I love them. They're my babies. We barely know Euphrasia, but from what I've seen of her, I like her. But that's the thing. We don't really get a lot of Euphrasia. And I feel like, the character problem's another reason why, like, Zane and Cole keep getting shoved off into the abyss of off-screen. Because there's just too many characters to focus on, to balance. I feel like, me personally, I feel like, I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen season 1, but I liked how they did it in season 1 of Dragon's Rising. But the more and more we go on through Dragon's Rising, the more and more I feel like it has a character problem. Because there's just so many. We're getting introduced to characters left and right, but, like, we need more focus on, like, Zane and Cole. We just need more. And it's like, I like the new characters, except Rapton. Give me 5 minutes with Rapton, I'm beating him up. Bam, bam, bam! I don't care for Rapton. He annoys me. If he just never showed up again, I'll probably forget all about him, and I won't care. Because he doesn't really add anything to the plot. Like, remember when, Frack, Sora, and Wildfire last season were in Jinjago? Then Rapton just showed up out of nowhere and, like, took, like, maybe, like, the most, like, at most, like, 7 minutes of screen time, just, like, messing about, and, like, having, like, this fight scene, just to fill the time of Ericord, like, doing the whole thing. Why? I get that it's, like, an action show, so they wanted to, like, throw in, like, an action sequence, but did that really... I don't remember it serving, like, any importance to the plot at all. Like, I feel like that time could have been used to build the characters. You have so many characters. That was your perfect opportunity to build the characters. You don't even have to focus on those three in the scene if you don't want to, okay? Focus on someone else. Like, I don't know, maybe a cameo on what Zane and Pixel are doing. Something. Because it just felt like it was... The scene felt kind of pointless, and like it was just there to waste my time. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm completely remembering that scene right, Uh, because why would you have a scene like that? Like, I get it. The fight, it was alright. Okay? But I don't like Repton. They could use Repton's screen time for anyone else! Like Zane or Cole or Pixel. Why bring Pixel back to immediately send her in a hot air balloon and not be seen for the rest of the season? You just brought her back to use her as an excuse to get Zane out of there. Why? It's like, don't do that to my girl Pixel. Please. It's like she was so cool in part 1. It was like, yes, they're having plot relevance. Finally, they're having at least a little bit to do. And then part 2 rolls around, and they remind me of a season 2 part 2. And don't get me wrong, I love season 2 part 2. It was delicious. I loved it so much. But come on. Really? Ugh. I feel like I've yapped way too much about that. We get this guy from that Imperium clip attacking Euphrasia. And you gotta remember, like, she's not like trained as a ninja, right? Because like if she is, it's off screen. But I feel like you can tell just from her body language here and her facial expression, this is out of her league. This is not something she's used to. This is completely new territory, but she's here. And she's gonna fight. Also we got the mud guy in the back, right? And that's the serpentine looking dude. We also got another one of those mud guys. No, if I can fix my screen. From that zoom. Good enough. This next part, is actually very interesting to me. Yeah, and we got, Euphrasia at least trying to do something. We love her. But, yeah, this guy, knocking her out of there. This part, we're having a Wildfire, Frack, and Sora fight? That interests me. Why are they fighting? Hello? Because, like, judging from the background, this is like where they ended up after the portals messed up and threw them different places, right? So this is either all that realm is, and it just looks like that, or this is like towards the beginning, which makes me wonder, why would this be at the beginning? What happens in a short amount of time to make this fight happen? My interest has been piqued. So we got Wildfire throwing a punch to Frack's chest. Which looks like it hurt. I don't feel like this is a like play fight. Like, that looked like it actually hurt Frack, and Wildfire and Sora look upset. What could they possibly be fighting about? And then we got Sora coming in with her own punch, but is blocked by Wildfire while Frack recovers and tries to grab her. I don't feel like Frack's trying to fight here. Because that wasn't a punch. That was trying to grab her to make her stop. Even she's confused about that. He's like trying to stop the combat here. But Sora is coming in. She's charging an attack. Wildfire looking upset. Frack's getting the memo that maybe this is a fight I can't stop. Sora comes in with the kick to her legs, and Frack is knocking her off balance while Sora wipes out her legs. He tips her over with that, I'm guessing. Get Lloyd being absolutely blasted by this mud guy. Bam! I wonder who these guys are. These are the loyalists, right? This intrigues me. What is this little weapon up here? Sure to be important. I wonder who this is. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. I wonder who that is catching Aaron, but I'm glad Aaron didn't fall in that river. Euphrasia trying to use her powers. It's looking like the ninja, like, their powers aren't gone per se, but they're short-circuiting. It's like, it's difficult. Don't I have the most riveting commentary on this? Yeah. Even that guy's confused. Also, like, a turnaround, like, hole. At some point, they meet up again, unless this is before they get split, but, lack of Zane is what I'll say. So either he gets separated from the plot again, or, he's, having his own thing, or he's off screen at the moment. But still in the area. I really hope they don't try to write him out again. Because that sucked last season. These funky little guys, we saw them earlier, I forgot to mention them. They look cute. I like them. But this guy doesn't, I guess. This part kind of confuses me a bit. I'll play it for you. It's like, I get what Sora's saying, but, I feel like, what Wildfire's saying might be a callback to a joke from earlier, because right now it isn't making a whole lot of sense. I mean, like, I get it, kind of, but at the same time, it's like, I don't see how that relates to anything that's happening right now, so I feel like this is, like, we definitely need context for this joke, but it being in here kind of feels a bit weird. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it doesn't quite land. Because I get that that's supposed to be, like, a funny line. And I bet it'd be funny in context, because it's Wildfire. But we don't really have that context in the trailer. So it seems like one of the most randomest things that Wildfire could say. I mean, I guess it kind of relates to what Sora said, but not really. More Zane action, love to see it. some wildfire action. Took that guy down. Cole! Finally! I love to see it. Both of the characters that they've been skimping out on, they're here. Hooray! Hopefully they have big roles in the season, because I don't think I can handle if they don't anymore, okay? They aren't even my, absolute favorite character, because we all know that's Jay, okay? But yeah, we need more Cole. It's like I like the Finders, okay? I've got no problems with the Finders. Cole is such a dad that it feels natural. We all saw how he was in seasons 8 and 9 when he was taking care of baby Woo. Like, he's a dad. He was meant to be a dad. Love him. But we don't see his kids a lot. And that, the amount we see Cole, we see his kids much less. Which I feel takes away the impact of last season when he was so blindsided by his rage that his kids' souls were taken, that he leapt into battle without a clear and concise plan and got his soul taken as well. I feel like it lessens the impact that we haven't really got to see them really interact. I feel like for the most part we're being told how much he cares. We only see them a little bit. I don't think that's fair to Cole or the Finders. We need a Finders spin-off, okay? I don't know. They're cute kids. Bonzel kind of reminds me of Zooble from The Amazing Digital Circus. I don't know, it's just their vibe. They're all a big happy family, okay? And then Cole's job is also being a ninja. We just need that work-life balance! Oh my god! It's like, I get the Finders live in the land of lost things, but I feel like that's also kind of a detriment, not having them at the monastery, because we don't see them a lot. I'm hoping we get to see them a bit in this season, but I feel like that takes away, not them being in this season, but just not having them a lot in general, takes away the emotional impact and, how we feel about Cole, doing that last season. Because, it was a big Cole moment, but, I heard a lot of people say that it was out of character, but, I get why he did that, because they're his kids, and we've been told that he was, living with them for, however long after the merge until he was found by, the ninja, or whatever, after the merge, but we need to see more of them. I love it when the Finders are on screen and the Finders are interacting. We need more of it. And it's like we have so little that they had to throw in a scene at the very beginning of the episode where it all happens, just so we're sad for Cole when it does happen and we feel bad for him. When we should already have that pre-existing stuff we already know, so we're already emotionally attached prior to this episode. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's like, it comes back to too many characters, not enough screen time. Please give Cole screen time. But It seems like we're getting some coal action. And thank God for that shoulder pad. Is this Imperium Tech? I spy with my little eye Imperium Tech. Which is these are like part of these like mask guys, right? This doesn't look like Imperium though. This is looking like the city of temples. So they're migrating. They might be after something. I don't know, but these like those guns, like especially, it that the yellow, it's giving Imperium Tech. Right? Because like that's their thing. Okay, everyone knows what time it is. It's my boy. I love him. 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 My boy. I've got quite a few things to say about this. Okay, so, we know here Jay's saying, like, if I'm gonna be a ninja, I need to remember what I forgot, or whatever, okay? So, uh, yeah, so, he's definitely, like, leaning more into, like, he wants to believe them. I know he does. I know he wants to believe the ninja. Okay? He wants to so bad. It goes back to what Aaron's mom Jenny said to Nia. His mind not remember, but his heart does, and his heart's remembering that he's a ninja. It's finally getting through his thick skull. No matter how many times I tell him, he's finally believing it. Finally, but he does like his apprehension. He's still hurt. He's still got those past emotional scars. He can't let his guard fully down. He wants to remember what he forgot because he needs to be absolutely sure. Ah. Yeah, but that was pretty obvious by what he said. Yeah. Let's take a look at the background. It's giving a Land of Madness. Am I right? Like this looks like the Realm of Madness. I feel like they got stuck in the Realm of Madness. And I kept seeing people be like, they got stuck in the Realm of Monsters, to tie into Monstrosity, and I feel like that would be cool. Like, that would definitely be cool. Tie in Monstrosity some more. I liked Monstrosity. We need more, actually. We need, like, that type of thing with everyone. Because, alright, I'm about to go on a little tangent, I think. With Jay, we need more of him at the administration. I would take an entire, like, spin-off of just him working at a desk job and doing boring things. I want to watch it, okay? Like, we would know that there's like underlying things going on, and like you could like build that up, and like I want to see how Ross found him. I want to see how he got out, but most importantly, I want to see exactly how his relationship with everyone at the administration was, because we know how it is now. It completely damaged. He does not care about any of their well-being. As per his whole monologue about a hypothetical about how they'd get in last season. But I would literally take like a whole show that was from the merge to like Ross banning him at the tournament. I would take a whole show like that. And then like like season 1, Jay works at boring office job. and then Roz convinces him to leave. Season 2, on the way to the tournament, at the tournament, it gets abandoned, by Roz, after he loses the tournament. Then season 3, we get to see him become Rogue. Uh, I love Rogue so much. Oh my god. I know him and Jay are the same character, and I feel like that elevates him, but I feel like if Rogue was just his own separate character, I would love him still anyway. Like, I love Cinder, and I feel like this is, like, he's Jay and Cinder. I love him! Ah! I ship him so hard with Nia. Obviously I'm a Jay shipper, so this was coming naturally. But oh my god, I love their dynamic. I eat it up. Oh my god. OTP. It's still Jay, but oh my god, it's delicious. Ah. But yeah. Hooray. In a lot of the promotional material, like besides the teaser trailer and the trailer, he has short hair. But what, like in the teaser trailer and the trailer, he has his long ponytail. I get what they were going for. Please cut it off. I love you, Jay. Please cut it off. You've got the Okino cut. You've got the Unagami cut. Please cut it off. They couldn't have used any other, like, hairpiece. Any other one. They had to repurpose the Okino and Unagami one. It doesn't look good on him. I've seen great fan art of it. Not mine personally. I cannot draw the haircut. But like looking at him, I laughed. I laughed so hard the first time that I seen it. It's just so funny to me. I saw someone call it the Ariana Grande ponytail. Chop it off. Personally, I don't mind guys with long hair. Like, I feel like you can look however you want. I don't care. Jay personally cannot rock that ponytail as much as he tries to. He can still have long hair. I don't care if his hair is long. Not that hairpiece, please. Like, it's so bad to me personally. Skyscraper ponytail. It's so big. It's so big and tall. Why would they do this to him? And how did he grow that much hair? From season 2 part 2 to season 3 part 1. That couldn't have been much time at all. That couldn't have even like been a month. I doubt it was even a month between those seasons. If it was, I'm surprised that Aaron and Roz got nowhere within that time. They were just sitting there with a bunch of rocks for a month. How did Jay grow all that hair in that time? It's so weird that the time, the timetables between, it'd be so easy to just take some scissors and snip. Exactly! Cut it off! But as I was saying, like, the time with Jay, like, his whole protects immigrant supplements. For real though. Yeah, I'm hoping it's hair extensions and he just takes it off. Just take them out, please. It doesn't look good. uh, but Jay, like obviously he had a bit of a head start because he did get kicked out of the tournament fairly quickly. Seeing as like he was like in the second round and then lost to Nia and then Ross kicked him out. That makes me hate Ross so much. I'm gonna punt him. Ah. But back on track. But the tournament didn't last that long, did it? Like that was only like a week or two at most, right? Like because Jay had to like walk from wherever the city of temples was. It feels so far away from everything else, but he had to walk presumably from wherever he was to wherever he went, which would probably give him a lot of time to think, and stew about how angry he is. How angry he is at the world. And guess what? He becomes a bounty hunter. And he is great at it. He's great at this job. And he seems to become relatively well known, I guess, within the circles of people who would need a bounty hunter. Because he clearly has clients, and he might be money hungry, but I don't know. I feel like he's making good money off of this, like because he just keeps wanting more. He's making good money. I don't know where he lives. Where we need more. This is what I was talking about. Of that Jay spinoff. This would be season 3. Where is he living? Oh, what is his living arrangement? Is he homeless? Like, can he not afford a place? And if he is like renting somewhere, what happened to it? He just started like living with the ninja. Did he get lonely? Is that why he decided to live with the ninja for a bit? I don't know. Because if he's renting a place, rent might be overdue because he hasn't been there for a while. If he can afford extensions, surely he can afford a house. I don't know what the Ninjago economy looks like, but that's funny. Jay, how expensive are your hair extensions? But yeah, so what was I talking about? Like before I went on this tangent. I'll remember. Give me just a sec. The time difference between what Jay was doing and what Roz and Aaron were doing. That's what I was on about. So he's clearly built up this reputation as a good bounty hunter, and he's clearly done a bunch of jobs to get that reputation. His clients know his persona, pretty well. That big clients, such as, Zeatrix, are coming in, with a ton of money, telling him to hunt down people, and he didn't even really seem fazed by that. He's just like, okay, this is gonna cost you a bit more. And then, obviously, Zeatrix was like, I want you to hunt down Roz. Not a second thought. Not a second thought. He just accepts it. He's got the money and he's got the motivation. uh, but now you might be thinking, wow, that must have took a really long time. Uh, what was Aaron and Roz doing? Sitting by a bunch of rocks. Like, seriously, the, like, I, I get that Roz was, like, training him and Roz was injured, so he couldn't really go anywhere for quite a bit. But in all of that time that Jay had, like, Jay was, like, building, like mechs and weapons, like he was like creating like all these like grandiose inventions to use during his bounty hunter missions. Like he even like built like this whole like this like Iron Man suit in however long this was. And a ton of mechanical like wings that also function as like a jetpack of some sort. Uh, like so many of them. Wait, no, did he? No, because Sora made those. Scratch that. He only made the one, I believe. But he could have made more. Like, because Sora used the prototype from what they stole from Jay. That makes sense. But still, he still made that. Like, Sora could replicate a bunch of those with her tech powers. She had her elemental powers to mimic what Jay did to mass produce them for the ninja. But Jay had to create that himself with his bare hands, using the money he got from missions, which means he wouldn't have needed a lot of money, or else or another thing is he was robbing junkyards, and using the scraps. But it does look really polished, but I wouldn't put it past him. He grew up at a junkyard. He doesn't remember that, but surely somewhere in his psyche, that's ingrained. That's where he learned how to do this, like, building stuff anyway. But what was Aaron and Roz doing? Sitting by some rocks. It's like everyone else's timetables make sense, but not theirs. It kind of annoys me. But, yeah. Now I forget what I was talking about before that. I love Rogue. I don't endorse his behavior, but I love how mean he is. Because he makes me laugh. And then he had to face the consequences of his actions, which I was not defending him at all. I was on everybody else's side. I was just like, yeah, this was coming. The Jay and Nia breakup, that was deserved, okay? And I felt so bad for Nia for having to deal with all of that. But what he did, he was just so mean to everyone. But I love him. He's my little Pookie, okay? And he's great and awesome, and fantastic, okay? And I love him. And I'll love him till the day I die, okay? We get another shot over here. I know I mentioned earlier that I think this is the Realm of Madness, and that'll come up in another rant I have. We're bringing back the mech from the Land of Lee. Remember, they took that with them. Let me adjust this. There we go. Now it's centered. Oh my god, that was kind of bothering me. But seems to be saying something or another. Watch his face. When we hear him talking, in the voiceover, he's, as I said, like he's saying, like, if I'm gonna be a ninja, I need to remember everything I forgot. But he's definitely saying something else in this clip. I don't know, the way that his mouth is moving, I'm guessing that's a who is. Who is? He's asking about someone right there. And I might be wrong because I'm not a lip reader. But if I was right, I wouldn't be surprised. Because he can't remember anyone. Let's be so for real. He's probably asking who is that all the time. But there's nothing too remarkable about the scene. I like that sword though. I even like that as that little lantern. Like that's cool. What was side note? What was Lee needing? What was Lee doing with this? Why would he need this? Like I get he used it like against the ninja, but why did he build this in the first place? He's just a guy. Like, was he really thinking that people were coming after him so much that he needed to build this giant mech with a detachable mech part that rides a dragon and a big old sword? Was that necessary, Lee? You're a dude. You're just some dude. Did you really need this? But I think it's really funny that it was there. Just like, okay, why does Lee have this? Was he afraid that the administration was gonna come back and be like, no, you can't run this operation anymore? And he was gonna use this to fight off the administration somehow? Well, guess what? He didn't, because Jake took it over real fast. I know Jay's not a part of the administration anymore, but he was still an agent, and he still kicked Lee's butt and got a hold of this mech. Okay? Lee stood no chance. Jay ripped him out of this so fast. In this scene, he seems to be fighting two of these little goofy goobers. Nothing too remarkable about this. Is that a plunger? Did you see that on the back? It's like the rest of the background is like, these like blues and purples. But then there's just like this ominous red in the back. Is that a plunger? Okay. Now I'm most curious to see why is there a plunger in the back of the scene. Alright. They're using the plunger as a lethal weapon, I suppose. Fighting these guys. He's holding his own pretty well. Like, these things look, like, real big. Look at that, they even got, like, wings on their arms. It seems to disappear in this shot, though. See that? Just, like, for a frame. Then this guy swoops in and covers that part. Yeah, these things look ginormous. But, Jay's holding his own pretty well in this mech. And then we cut over to this part. You see that in the back? Looks like a tree in a cave. No, this tree looks like wisteria. And it's kind of got that, like, blue, like, streaks that they got in the Realm of Madness. Did my headphones just die? Hello? Can you still hear me okay? I don't know why my headphones just turned off. I don't even know if that was being used to record this at all. So I regret, like, pacing around my room, because, my audio might have been going out. Okay, glad you can still hear me. This little tree over here, it seems to have this, like, blue streaks that well, I need to zoom out. You see that? It's like, this is the Realm of Madness. I know it is. It has to be. It has to be. I know it. I know it. I know it to be the Realm of Madness. I'm going mad just thinking about it. I'm so funny. Yeah. Let me go back to it. Is it like, cause you see, like, right here, Is that like the actual like tree? Is there like stone like encasing this tree? Perhaps. It looks important. Like they wouldn't just throw something that visually interesting, in without having a purpose. Um, but it seems to be looking like a wisteria tree. And the petals, I guess, are yellow. Um, now, I don't know if this is gonna relate to anything at all. But let's start talking about the color yellow. Uh, since in this clip, Jay brings up trying to get back his memories, like in the voiceover. Um, I don't know, like yellow, symbolizes like optimism, happiness, that kind of stuff. Um, but like that's how Jay used to be. And you can definitely see a lot of yellow in Jay's pre-merge design in Dragon's Rising. Not so much in previous seasons, but when they flash back to like pre-merge in Dragon's Rising, Jay usually has like a lot of yellow in his outfit. And like they even like included like yellow in his lightning for this animation. But yeah, like optimism, if you want to call it that. I don't think early seasons Jay really had a lot of optimism. He was definitely more of a pessimist, but he definitely grew into more of trying to be optimistic. Uh, Especially with that whole bro goo goo thing that he had going on in season 11. That was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, like happiness. Does Jay really feel that anymore? uh, Not really, since he shattered his goodness. He kind of just feels angry all the time. So maybe this is like alluding to his past self. Maybe this has something to do with him, since like we have the realm of madness like coding in like the trunk or whatever, and then like the wisteria petals. I don't really know what they are. But that being yellow rather than what they typically are, like purple. I don't know. Maybe that symbolizes something to do with Jay. Or I could be completely reading into this random tree in a random cave way too hard. Got Jay with his little knives. Yeah, that's another thing that he invented. These sick knives. They're infused with lightning. He just lightning knives. But you know, he created this feat in technology while we're Aaron and Ross doing sit by some rocks. But he tries to hit this barrier, and falls down. But I don't know. You see this barrier thing? It's giving Imperium yellow. Like, let's go back to these guys. Like, Imperium sword, Imperium guns, Imperium shield, right? Unless I'm misremembering something, this might have to do with the administration somehow, even though their guns are blue. Right? They were blue. This is giving Imperium tech. But you can also see they're still in the realm of madness, because you see that rock back there. They're in the realm of madness. Maybe they're trying to leave. Maybe something Jay's memories. Is Imperium on it too? Is Imperium in on it? Probably not. They probably don't even know who he is. I'd be surprised if they did, honestly. He's had nothing to do with the previous Imperium plot, so I don't really know why he would have something to do with it now, but, I don't know, maybe they're feeling crazy. Uh, and his lightning knives clearly aren't really working on it. Bam. This guy right here. I've got a lot to say about him. Alright. Firstly, I'm gonna let him speak. I feel like that's what I should start with. Letting the man speak. There are things you'll never understand, Jay. Uh. Oh, I'm so excited. I've already yapped about how much I love the administration. Oh my god! Ah! Uh, but yeah. Which leads me into a point about clothing. The administration clothing. Alright, stick with me, you guys. Remember back in Dragon's Rising Season 1, when we saw all those people, like, waiting in a line? We also saw that at the beginning of Season 2, right? Like, just all those people that were, like, waiting in a line to do, they don't even know what. They're doing something in that line. But they were all, wearing, like, casual attire. Like, they weren't, uh, like this guy, he's wearing a suit. And we've seen like a bunch of agents wear like the khaki blazer and the black turtleneck. But those guys were wearing casual clothing. That's always tripped me up a bit because like why do we see some people in like actual like uniforms when those guys who clearly work at the administration are stuck in a line in casual clothing? So, it got me thinking. Maybe there's like I don't know, like a hierarchy or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're like considered like, I don't know, lower class. I guess like, bottom of the totem pole workers. The common folk or whatever. Who work here at the administration. And then you get a step up from that, and these are the people who go on the field missions. Like this rank starts up the field missions and stuff. And they handle more of the policing, I guess. And these are the guys. And they might handle like more important work than the guys in the casual clothing. But those are the guys who wear the khaki blazer and the black turtlenecks. And then we see the only person that we've seen so far in a suit and tie has been Jay. You know, the manager. So we already know he was in a manager position. We haven't seen any other managers. Also, like, we haven't seen anybody else in the suit and tie, right? So my theory said this guy is also a manager. And I don't know if anyone I feel like when Jay got abducted into the administration, like he when they, it doesn't make sense that they'd make him a manager unless they needed something from him. They did something or another to him. I know they're the ones who took his memories. I know it, okay? I know it. They had to have. I don't like Jay's clear-cut answer of, I lost my memories in the merge. No, they did something and you don't know it. You don't know it yet, but I know they did something. Just like this guy said. Just like this guy said. He's talking to Jay. We know he's talking to Jay. Like, I feel like... like, imagine this. All the managers, for some reason or another, decide that the best way to keep Jay under their thumb, I guess, is to make him a manager. But I feel like he'd be, like, a bottom of the totem pole, of the managers. Like, they wouldn't give him too much power. But they needed him to be kind of separate from everybody else, I guess. I don't know. Because there is, like, kind of a division, I would feel like, which would probably make Jay feel pretty lonely. He probably didn't feel very loved here. Which is probably part of the reason why he wanted to leave, other than the extreme boredom of working at an office. I could never. But, yeah, I feel like if the managers just, like, were like, yeah, Jay's always been here, don't worry about it, all the other guys would just believe them. They would not question it at all. But the managers, however, I don't think that there would be very many of them, right? These guys hold a lot of power in the business. So, like, I feel like if they just threw Jay in a manager position, all the managers would actually know. Like, even the rest of the people from the administration, cause like, is Jay getting, like, Truman Showed here? Cause like, I feel like the administration's not quite competent enough to keep up the lie that, yes, Jay's always been here, unless they truly believe that themselves. Except for the managers. We've never seen the managers, except this guy who seems to be a manager. But he clearly knows something. When the others, I don't know. I feel like all the managers at least know. And then told everyone else, along with Jay, like, yeah, he's always been here. And then everyone believed them because they were in a high position of power. This guy, he knows something. And, like, this has to be a guy that Jay knows. Like, Jay's had a history with this guy. Maybe they were even once friends. Working so close. Or maybe Jay just truly was lonely. We don't know, because we need more of the administration. Oh my god! But yeah, I want to see more of this guy. He interests me. But I wonder where he is right now. Obviously at the administration. But these boxes. Boxes. We've seen boxes in the prison cell. The administration prison cell. There was, like, a lot of boxes in there, right? Or is my memory serving me wrong? I remember seeing a lot of boxes somewhere. There was also boxes in the mail room. A lot of boxes. So they don't even gotta be in there. Boxes can be anywhere, I guess. But I thought there was boxes in the cell. I don't know. But yeah. Also, I don't know how I would feel if Jay got his memories back this part of the season. Maybe season 4 part 2, but I'm not feeling part 1, cuz ending his arc, like, halfway through a season, I don't know, that doesn't feel right to me. Pacing wise, unless they pace it really well here, then it might feel a bit rushed, and I really want them to stick this landing. Because I would cry my eyes out if they didn't stick this landing. But I don't know. it just feels weird having it halfway through the season. And if they do end up pacing it right, which means that they would have to have quite a bit of screen time, because he was barely there for the first two seasons. And then didn't he have like the A plot in season 3, part 2? He was barely even there in part 1. Definitely a menacing force in the background. I knew it was him all along. Of course I would. Uh, but him as himself and out as himself has barely been seen in season 3, part 1. So he's we need more. And I feel guilty for saying that because we need more of Zane and Cole. And we got fed a lot last season. Lot of J stuff. I ate it all up. It was great. It was delicious. I loved it. Squealing, kicking my feet. It was great. Jay and Nia have my heart. Okay. Uh, my ultimate OTP. Okay. No matter what shape or form they take, whether it be Rogan Nia, normal Jaya, I've even seen this AU where it's like Agent Walker and Nia. It's delicious. I love it. Give it all to me. I've even seen reverse Dragon's Rising rolls. Delicious. It's awesome. I love them. No matter what. Uh but like before the last part of last season, we've barely gotten anything from him. And I feel like throwing in that he gets his memories back halfway through a season is not gonna be good for him. Because if they manage to get a lot of screen time with him to make it work, that's at the detriment of others. So at least save it for the next part of the season. Like I don't think I care if it's this season. If they do part 1 well, I don't think that it wouldn't matter if it happens in part 2 unless they don't do part 1 well. I don't know. Just please stick the landing. I don't really want Jay's memories to come back in this part of the season. It feels so fast. Like, what all have we gotten for him? Season 1, part 1. He has like a 30-second cameo at the administration. And he's talking to Sub Agent Prentice. And Prentice is like, "Oh, there was a kid in here. I don't think he was supposed to be in here." And Jay's like, "Okay, well, is that my problem? Is that our department's problem?" "No, it's not. Why are you wasting my time? I gotta go play video games. I mean, do some important work. Goodbye." And that was it. For that entire season. Season 2, part 1 rolls around. And he goes to try to arrest Bonzel in the basement of the monastery of Mysterium. And he shoots a warning shot at her feet to make her stop running away. And then is like, "I'm from the administration and I'm gonna arrest you." And then Bonzel's like, "Okay, but your heart doesn't really seem in it." And just like, "Yeah, this job's kind of buns." And then Master Wu's spirit ghost, whatever, flies around him, and shows him like a vision of him in ninja clothes, and he's like, "Oh, what? Hello?" And then like it like sparks his electricity in his hand. He's like, "Hey, no one's supposed to know that I can do that." And no one can find out. And then tries to like capture the spirit. And then that's it. That's it. That scene lasts like 3 minutes, right? It's not a lot. And then season 2 part 2, we get a 5-minute fight scene. That's all we get of him. He fights Nia for 5 minutes. He info dumps like crazy to this stranger that he just met about his life thus far. Like, I worked at the administration. Ross found me. Now I've got to win this tournament. Because he saved me. Uh, uh, Barely backed by visuals. What we do see from the visuals is him sleeping at his desk. When he gets a letter. We don't get to see who the letter's from, but he is talking about Ross at that moment. Keep this in mind. He gets this letter while he's talking about how Ross found him and saved him from the administration. And that's all. That's all the screen time we really get from him, other than like maybe like less than 10 seconds of like while Ross is talking about like, oh, I kicked him out, there's no need for him, you're gonna have to go find him and forfeit the tournament. And then we see like visually like Jay like getting in the elevator and like leaving. And that's all for that part of the season. And then season 3 part 1, we have obviously him as Rogue, tracking down like Roz and Aaron. Obviously before that we see him like dealing with clients and stuff. And then getting the hit on Roz. And then he goes and attacks. The scene's so cool. I love it so much. Oh my god. Jay attacking the jet with Aaron and Roz. Oh, it was so great. I love it. He's so cool. I love him so much. I don't know why the other ninja bullied him. He's competent. I swear, he's confident. Even if it takes him being evil, he's confident. I know he is. Don't bully him anymore, please. But yeah, then you just have like a bunch of like scenes of just Jay coming in and messing everything up for everyone. By like kidnapping Roz out of nowhere and then trying to kill Aaron. But then it's like the finale. And he's like in the middle of the big old fight. He's just still trying to kidnap Roz. But he can't make it out of the fight. And has to like fight alongside of Nia. And then it gets revealed like, oh, it's Jay. This random mercenary is Jay. And then his leg gets hurt and he moves in with the ninja. Even though we seem very adamant at first about like, no, I'm not going with you. I'm not living in some monastery. He stands up, takes one step, falls to the ground, and goes, ow! Please take me back to your monastery. Ow! And everyone just sits there and it's just like trying not to laugh at him. Oh, he's so playing it up. Just a bit. Oh, it might have hurt at first, but definitely later on he was playing it up. Alright, season 3, part 2. I've already said that we got a lot of him. I'm not going through every single scene that he's in. So I'd just be wasting everyone's time. Because, yeah. Like, but, I don't know. I want to say he probably has, like, 6 minutes total in season 3, part 1. Even as Rogue. Just not a lot of screen time. So what's that? Like 30 seconds, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes? Wow, so much screen time. And then you have like honestly carrying the Land of Lee plot. And then disappearing for one singular episode, and then coming back. And it was great. But I feel like him getting back his memories right after that. No. I do not like that. Please let it take just a bit more time. It doesn't need to be egregious, but please, If you do it well in part 1, you can do it at the end of part 2. That's all I'm saying. I don't want them to rush this. I would be so sad if they mess this up, because this is what I've always wanted since I started watching the show, because I was a weird little kid, and I wanted my favorite characters to turn evil for a little bit, because that's my butter and jam, I guess. uh it's scrumptious to me. I've always loved those kinds of plots. Uh so I've always wanted this to happen to him. I don't know why. But then it happened. And then for some reason it happened. And it's great. I love it. It's fantastic. But since it is what I've always wanted, and even just for everyone, please don't mess this up. Please. Like everyone was saying back when Jay only had like 5 minutes of screen time back in season 2 part 2, that his whole arc was ruined. I knew they were still doing stuff with him. I knew that he still had more to come. But please don't end it short. Please pace it well. Yeah. And on the topic of his memories and about the administration possibly taking his memories. So, remember how I said to hold on to that letter by Roz to Jay. And we're also going to deal with the land of Lee here. Follow my train of thought. Okay, so we know that the administration thought it was suspicious that Lee was keeping all these people basically in his bunker, his basement. It's his little bunker. And they were like, these people are way too happy to be like stuck in here in a bunker and being lied to. They're way too happy for all that. You probably got some mind altering device in there, that's making all these people super content with being down in this bunker. So they look, they scan for tech, no tech, they go home. They don't even bother telling any of these people, about the truth of what happened to the Birchlands, and that they're not alone, and that it's not an you know what I'm saying? Apocalyptic. There we go. Apocalyptic. A wasteland outside. Right? So, Jay even knows this. I'm pretty sure Jay's been to the land of Lee before. With the way that he was acting. Either he had to do extensive reports on it, which honestly, could have been, but I feel like this was more of his jurisdiction. Like, realm stuff, that was his, like, whole job. So, but I feel like he definitely had, like, people like this guy on screen, being like, yeah, you gotta go check that out, non-negotiable. And then Jay seemed to get upset when he mentioned the fact that, like, no, they wouldn't clear up the lie. The administration lies too. He was very upset at that. Now remember how they were looking for tech. Now, the administration, they, like, when they go around policing people, they're looking for any sign of dissent. Okay? Now remember, in the land of Lee, when Lee was thinking that someone had caught on to the fact that, like, that he was lying and that there's actually, like, stuff outside of the bunker, he would take them and then, like, basically had this, like, mind-altering monster thing, to, like, mess with their mind and make them, like, worship Lee and, like, think everything is totally fine. Right? Now, that would be called dissent. Now, what's the administration always policing on? Dissent. Maybe the call is coming from inside the house. The reason why they're so suspicious of Lee using some mind-altering tech. And who do we have that has memory problems? Who can't remember things? Who somehow had was uh like oh, the administration, I was pretty good at my job, so I didn't mind it. I belonged there. Uh, uh, I don't know. They had some device. I feel like the cut and dry answer of the administration of Jada's lost his memories in the merge, that in and of itself has to be a lie. Even though that's what Jay believes, I feel like that's a lie. I feel like the administration wanted to keep him under their thumb for some reason. Uh, and they like wiped his memories, planted him outside, and was like, "Oh, we were looking for you. You actually worked for us. Don't worry. You can trust us. Trust us with your memories, kind of thing. Trust us." Uh, but they bring him in, but maybe he like starts getting suspicious sometimes because that's a very long amount of time, and he was probably feeling lonely and like probably like he wasn't like the others, feeling different from everyone else because he isn't like everyone else. He's not from the administration. So maybe he's tried to leave before and they've scooped him up, put him in the in the little memory machine, and then like altered his mind to like erase all the dissent. Uh just keep doing that over and over again. Maybe maybe Roz's master told him, "Hey, don't use like any tech to try to get into contact with Jay. Send him a letter, a physical letter that isn't technology. Use paper, because what are they gonna do about that?" Um, and then if they don't catch on to Jay, like like leaving them and all that, so he can make his escape. Like that's not tech. They scanned for tech. They can do that at the administration. We know that. I don't know. It feels a bit too suspicious. I feel like they like this guy saying there are things that you'll never understand or whatever to Jay. Um Maybe this is like, that was all for your own good, for the good of the company, or something like that. Uh, Either way, Jay's not gonna be happy about that at all. It's gonna shatter whatever remaining little itty bitty trust in the administration he could have had, because I don't know, him taking the story of I lost my memories in the merge, I feel like that's also a lie by the administration. Uh, I've yapped a lot about that. I've still got the rest of the trailer to go. Got these guys running through forest. No Zane in sight, unfortunately. Maybe this is like before that. Uh, Before Zane Joseph. We also have this. Frack's dad. There's another thing about Jay that I wanted to yap about. I have so much to say about this. I'm thinking that Roz would have had to pick up Frack first before Jay. Hear me out with this. So, didn't Frack say in his introduction, like part of his like introductory scene, that his parents had moved to the realm of madness, right? I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So he would have been there in the same place, in the same realm that Jay was. Now I imagine Jay didn't just come out the gate believing Roz when Roz was like, "Oh, you actually worked for me, not for the administration. The administration's lying to you," because all Jay can remember at that point is the administration, as he said. Uh, so it probably took some time through these letters to gain Jay's trust. So he would have been there for quite a while. Cue Frack. Frack wouldn't have had, like, I don't feel like it would have taken that long to recruit Frack. And I think once Roz got Jay, he just would have left. I don't think he would have, sat around and waited for Frack. He was there for Jay. So, yeah. I feel like Frack, came first, in the time that, Ross was trying to, get Jay out of the administration, which probably took quite a bit, which is, why, yeah. But also, what kind of confuses me, which might debunk my entire theory, is wherever these guys are, this doesn't look like the Realm of Madness, unless it is. Unless they somehow got to the Realm of Madness, from wherever they were. I don't know why Frack's dad would be here. So maybe I got a name mixed up. It has been a while since I watched that episode, since I keep re-watching the Jay and Nia fight over and over again. Anyway, Frank's dad is probably not equipped to fight this guy. But you know, I like his personality from what we see here.
Pleasure is all yours.
Yeah, I love him. Zane's here in this shot, but absence of Lloyd. So maybe Lloyd's off already doing his own thing. This Alright, so this guy has like the same powers as the well. Remember the well from ages ago? Yeah. Outbirthed this guy. And he can wield that power. Also got the mud guy. Euphrasia, she's learning how to use her powers more. I feel like someone's training her. Within the last Euphrasia fight scene that we saw in this trailer. Between this one, this visual's just cool to me. I feel like this is another Lloyd dream sequence. We get a lot of those, and I don't mind. I relate to his little weird dreams that he has. Yeah. But I really like this visual. I don't know. We're getting some shatter, like that shatter effect. And we all know what the last shattering thing was, and that was shattering the goodness. I don't think Lloyd's shattering his goodness in the scene, but it might be related in a way. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that. I'm just trying to connect some dots here. Like this thing over here, could be with this thing over here. We have this. Another one of this looks like something Jay made. Let's be so for real. This is Jay's colors all the way. Back to him making a bunch of things within that time period between season 2 part 2 and season 3 part 1. Where did this come from? He built this so fast, I guess. But that's the same guy as this guy, right? So the plots are merging, I guess. Which is good. We need the plots to merge. But Jay is super cool, and he gets his card at too fast. Because he's just awesome. Meow. Like, that's just so cool to me. I really love that visual. Then they land. My babies. They're looking at each other. And they made Kai sit in the back. That's so funny. They want to sit together. They're my OTP. They're my OTP. I love them! Ah! Meow. I gotta zoom out. Ah! Okay. What is that? I've got to translate that sign. On like around Fred's neck, but where are they? Can I? They're in the same place as before. Because you see these buildings back here. The buildings are right over here. This looks like this setting back here, right? So I wonder what's happening here. Have this cool imagery. I like the way that they use like they have such creative settings sometimes, like that's great. I love this. Pretty sure this is Cole. Right? This is Cole. I just know it is. And he's holding his own. These little funky guys. Air and dodge and attack. We have Zane. Zane's here. Lloyd being cool. Ryu, the dragon. He's so big. Oh my god, when did he get so big? That is Ryu, right? That looks like Ryu. He's gotten so big. And what is this movie? He is a dragon. I think that's really funny. He kicks this little goober over here. Dragon form. I wanted to talk about dragon form. I've seen it a lot in the promotional material. But yeah. I like the concept, but let's all remember last time they did this dragon stuff, and that was crystallized, right? I don't like crystallized very much. It's another thing with the endings. The ending of crystallized, they had too much going on. Why did they throw a zombie apocalypse in the middle of everything that was happening? And then they had all this like dragon stuff where they had to jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin. It was odd. But I like the design here. But I really hope it's not. I hope it's not botched to like crystallized. Cause I still got a pretty bad taste in my mouth from that. I could go on and on about crystallized, but I won't right now because I feel like my voice is giving out from talking so long. And that's the end of the trailer. We made it. Hooray! I talk too much. All of these like thoughts and like random tangents, especially about like Jay, are all like they were all like video ideas that I had in my head. Like, oh, that'd be a cool video to make. That'd be a cool video to make. But like, I hate recording myself talking, and I hate going back and editing all that. So I feel like just like yapping it all out live, where no one's expecting me to talk as perfectly as possible. It's fine. Like, I'm good. Like, yeah. Uh, I just say what I want to say when I'm thinking of it. And I have the video to keep me on track, you know? Uh, so that's nice. I feel like I've gotten everything that I wanted to say out. Uh, you guys are probably tired of me talking. Cause a lot of the time, like for a lot of this trailer, I just had like the most nothing commentary. Just like, oh yeah, that's what they're doing on screen. Like you can see that with your own eyes. But it's like I said earlier, like I knew what I wanted to talk about, but I feel like it would be doing a disservice to the rest of the video. But I also feel like in retrospect that was in its of itself a detriment because it was just such nothing commentary. I was just describing what was happening. So hopefully that wasn't too boring. Uh, so yeah. I am so normal about my Lego man. Uh, he I don't have an obsession. It's totally not an obsession. I'm not. I'm perfectly normal. Okay. Uh, it's almost 9. Uh, so I'm probably gonna end it here. Not make sense. Sometimes you don't gotta look into stuff. I completely. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys for not being completely bored out of your minds. And I'm glad you believe me that I'm not yeah, way too obsessed with this Lego man. Um, thank you guys. Uh, I'm probably gonna end it here. Thank you for your time. And I'm glad that you were able to join me in this talking. And I talk too much, as I already said. Uh, it's giving season 1J. Good night, you guys. And I hope you enjoyed. Okay.